Alright then. Good afternoon everyone. Welcome along to Flamingoland. Welcome to Flamingoland and welcome to our sea lion show. I'd like you all to meet Marvin. Marvin is one of 4 sea lions we have here. He's nearly 8 years old and he was bred in a place called Whipsnade Wild Animal Park. He's been here at Flamingoland since he was 2, so he's very well settled here. He's a very, very clever little sea lion. We'll hopefully prove this to you as the show goes on. He's also very friendly too, aren't you? Do I get a kiss? As you can see, very friendly. That makes training very easy for us. Later on in the show, we will bring another sea lion out. His name's Spencer. He's a lot older and a little bigger than Marvin here. We'll bring him out in a few moments' time. Sea lions are what we call marine mammals, or aquatic mammals. They're mammals like you and me, but they feed on fish. All they eat is a mixture of fish, squid, eel, octopus. So they're very well formed for life in the water. Very quick when swimming. They swim using these huge, powerful front flippers. He should give you a wave, but first you all have to wave at him. If you all wave at him, you might get waved back. You can all look as silly as me. There we go. And he loves clapping as well. Somebody else can join him.
Why not clapping?
By the way, is a sea lion. It's not a seal. People often confuse seals with sea lions. Actually, they're quite easy to tell apart. There are several differences between these 2 animals. One easy way to tell a sea lion from a seal is to look at their ears. All sea lions have these pointed ears, just here on the side of their head. They are only small. If you're right up there on the back row, you might not be able to see them very clearly. If you look closely at the end of the show, their ears stick out from the side of the head. A seal, on the other hand, doesn't have pointed ears. A seal's ear is no more than a small hole, just here on the side of the head. A seal's front flipper is about the size of my hand. That's much smaller than Marvin's front flipper, as you can see there. Seals swim differently to sea lions, don't they, Marvin? Sea lions swim using the front flippers. Seals swim using their back flippers by moving them from side to side. So their front flippers are a lot smaller. Also, seals have claws on their front flippers. Claws used for scratching. Sea lions have no claws here on their front flipper. They walk in very different ways. They have a different bone structure, a different body shape. So when they're out of water, they move in very different ways. Sea lions are well adapted for swimming, but they're also quite well adapted for life. Marvin, come and show everyone how a seal moves. Do your fantastic seal impression. They move like this, really. They do kind of wriggle along on the floor, on their belly. A seal can't stand up, and a seal can't clap either. Their flippers don't meet in the middle. Only a sea lion. Well done, Marvin. You can see seals in every ocean around the world. There are 2 species of seal often seen around our coastline here in the UK, but there are no sea lions. Sea lions like this are only found in the Pacific Ocean. Alright, we've got a few toys here. We have to keep the sea lions occupied. So from the moment they arrive here, they're constantly learning different things. We keep them very busy indeed. If these animals get bored, that's when you encounter problems. When boredom sets in, behavioural problems set in very soon afterwards. So keeping them alert, keeping them active, very important. We give them toys to play with, just to stop them getting bored. Toys like the hoops. If I throw that in the water, Marvin will dive straight in after it, gather it up over his neck and bring it back to me here on the stage. These animals are a bit like dogs. They're playful, they're very inquisitive, and that makes them easy to teach and train. Any of you out there that have trained your dog to retrieve a ball or a toy in the park and bring it back to you, it's no different than training a sea lion to do that. This exercise, though, requires more skill, more practice, especially on the sea lion's behalf. Now, I'm going to come and stand right over here. I'm going to throw these hoops to Marvin. He will hopefully catch all 5 over his long, flexible neck. As we mentioned earlier, these animals live on fish and squid. Here we provide that food. In the wild, they've got to catch it, which requires good eyesight, good reflexes. They have excellent eyesight, 2 eyes facing forward, just like we have, what we call binocular vision. This allows them to judge distance and speed. Very good at catching, well done. Now something we do have a bit of a problem here with is litter. Litter's a real problem for us here at Flamingoland. If it gets dropped on the floor, it can get thrown or blown into an animal's enclosure. once there, it can be dangerous to them. The sea lions especially. If any litter gets into the pool, they will try to swallow it. Marvin here has, in the past, attempted to eat things like rocks, coins, crisp packets, hats, shoes, sunglasses, cameras, the list goes on. Basically anything that ends up in the water, if we don't get it first with a net, the sea lions will try to swallow it. They've got sharp teeth too. Open your mouth. There you can see sharp teeth, mainly used for catching fish, but also they can break open items, rip them to pieces and eat them bit by bit. This can prove fatal. Our big sea lion, Benson, who you'll meet in a moment, has nearly died twice as a result of eating litter, so we do have to be very careful here. Marvin has been taught to put any litter he finds into his very own dustbin. If we're being honest, it's taken quite a while to train this, but we have just about succeeded. He's the only sea lion here that's trained to do this, so please do be careful with litter, don't do what I'm about to do. Now in the bucket here, in the bin, sorry, we've got a few items of litter which have actually ended up in the pool in the past. Litter like this plastic bottle. Now if I throw this into the water, Marvin will dive straight in after it, he'll gather it up, this time in his mouth, he'll bring it back, but he won't bite it, burst it or eat it, he puts it in the bin where he now knows it belongs. Please note the word hopefully. Here we've got another plastic bottle. Now something of this size you could swallow in one piece. Well done, Marvin. They can swallow quite big items of litter. This plastic banding, this is a double threat, and it goes into the bin. Now this is often found in the wild too. Sea lions, not just in captivity, but in the wild, come across litter. That plastic banding, they either eat it or get entangled in it. So that's a double threat. Not
yeah.
You know where it is. Yeah, he knows where all that litter belongs now. He even shuts the lid so the other sea lions can't get it either. Well done, Marvin. Good demonstration. Now we've got to show you a skill that we associate with these animals. No sea lion show is complete without some ball balancing. Now it's a clever skill this, but it takes them a long time to learn this ability. It keeps them occupied for ages. As I said earlier, very important. Learning how to do this involves the sea lion learning to use its whiskers. Here, Marvin is in fact relying on his whiskers to feel the ball. He can't hold the ball with the whiskers, they're not that strong. But these whiskers around the nose, of which there are about 60, are incredibly sensitive to the slightest touch or movement. When the ball moves, he presses on his whiskers. When he feels that, he's learned to move his head. But they can't just do this straight away. It took him about 8 months of practice every single day to learn this ability. Using his whiskers all the time. He could do this with his eyes closed. He's not relying on his eyesight like you might think. He's just relying on those very sensitive whiskers. And Marvin, you've held that perfectly. It's a clever skill. Well let's make it a bit more difficult for him now. He's learned to actually swim with the ball. Are you alright at the front there, kids? Yeah? Nice and dry. Yeah? Well, go get that, Marvin. Watch how he glides through the water. What? Watch how he glides through the water, keeping the ball above the pool's surface. He can hold the ball on top of his nose and swim around the pool without it falling. All the time using his whiskers to do that. He's even learned to get back onto the stage and up onto the stand without dropping the ball. Go for it. This is the difficult bit. He turns around and he's still on his nose. Look at that. Okay, let's bring Benson down. Hands up who's been to see us before. Yes, quite a few of you.